Hello, my name is Julie and I love to journal. Actually, I love to, more importantly, I love to journal when I pray. And it's over the years, it's become a very integral part of my prayer life. And it has been imperative to the transformation that I've experienced as I allow God to take more and more control over my life. We live in such a fast world. We live, we move fast, we talk fast. I have to get from here to here fast. And then, so that means I need to eat fast. And if I'm going to eat fast, let's eat fast food. And then I'll grab a fast coffee and we'll get where we need to go. And when I first started journaling as part of prayer, I just felt that need to slow down. I needed to find a pace that was a little more sustainable. And I was really, really seeking God in all of it. So over the years, the act of actually gathering my tools, so my journal, my pen, my Bible, my cup of coffee, finding a quiet place to sit and a comfortable place to sit, has actually become a preparation of my heart as I move towards prayer in it all. And as it slows down, I sit down and my heart rate slows and my breath slows, and it's just this wonderful feeling of quiet kind of falls over me, and the buzz of traffic in my head slows down too. And eventually I can start picking up on my thoughts and actually be able to acknowledge what I am thinking, which is what ends up on my pages. These pages are safe for me. They're private. My family has been really great about respecting that, about my journals, but they're safe in another way too. I don't have somebody sitting there as I'm exploring my thoughts and my beliefs and my feelings. I don't have somebody sitting there going, "Oh, well, you shouldn't feel that way. Oh, you shouldn't think that way. Oh, no, don't do that." There's voices in my head that do it, but there's no physical person that's sitting there trying to, that's stopping me in all of this. What I put in my journal is between me and God. And it's really cool because Psalms 139:2 says that God perceives our thoughts from afar. There is nothing I can put on these pages that He doesn't already know. And so, but the crazy thing is, there are things that I write on these pages that surprise me. But it's safe, and so I can be honest. And so those little surprises do come up. And they lead me into releasing my hold on life. I think we all struggle with a little bit of control, the need to control what's going on in life. We white knuckle things and hang on so tight. But what I've found is that as I journal, it's become almost like an altar for me. As I journal, I know that what goes here, He already knows. This isn't a surprise to Him. By journaling, I'm learning and I'm experiencing and I'm acknowledging what's going on in my own head and my own heart. And by actually writing it on the page, it has become a way for me to let go, to say, it's here, God, now it's yours. And so where some people say when you pray, have a piece of paper so that if your grocery list starts taking over your thoughts, you can write it down and put it aside and come back to prayer. Mine kind of flips it a little bit. My use of a journal in my prayer kind of flips that idea and says, all my thoughts go here so that I can put that aside, leave it to God, and go on with my day. So it's been really, really cool that the physical act of writing has been like the prying open of my hands and releasing control and letting it out of my own mind so I don't have to retain it for later. As I've progressed through this and got to this point of using journaling and as a big part of prayer for me, there's been a breadcrumb path of my life. There's been this, you could look back on my journey and you could actually see how it's happened, how I've continued to let go of control of things, and with that comes growth. That growth, I can look back on the hard times and say, God took care of me then, He will take care of me here. But I can also say, wow, look how far I've come. I can't wait to keep going on this. Because overall, over the years, I've gone from being a very fragmented person where I had an emotional piece of me, and I had a spiritual piece of me, and I had a professional piece of me, and then there was the past part of me, and there's a future part of me, and they were all in these separate little areas, and I would jump from one to the other. But somehow by journaling in prayer, God has mixed them all together. And it's a mess. It's a big mess, but he's showing me that it's a beautiful mess, that my weaknesses belong in who I am as much as my strengths do. And they're all a part of who he created me to be. And who he's creating me to be for tomorrow. Ultimately what happens, or the biggest blessing I get out of journaling is when God interrupts. And I can be writing things down, and he will interrupt my thought, and it will come right in, and come in with another thought. I've got it shouldn't surprise me. I'm spending time in stillness. I'm spending time in quiet. I am being alone, and I'm being deliberate and intentional about spending time with him. It shouldn't surprise me that he'll meet me there, and he does. Whether it be convicting me, encouraging me, reminding me of a verse that I need to go look at again, a word that I need to look up in a dictionary or concordance, he meets me there. And that's why this journal, the journaling part of my prayer, will continue on. I want to leave you with just a quote, and it just says, "Notice the holy in the ordinary." This is what journaling has helped me do, is that it's very easy to get stuck up in my life is so boring and so ordinary, or not put together the way I want to see it. But the truth is that I serve the Heavenly Father, and my life, because of that, is holy in his eyes. And I encourage you, I hope that you will, if this is all speaks to you, I encourage you, I hope that you'll give it a try, because it has been a huge blessing in my life.